The heart that came back. Once upon a time, in a world where the land was quiet and the sky always seemed a little too grey, there lived a young girl named Lily. The world around her had changed long ago. People once roamed freely, but now most of them were gone, and the streets were filled with silent, hollow-eyed creatures called the Wanderers. They shuffled about, lost and slow, forgetting what it meant to feel, to dream, or to love. Lily had always heard stories of how the Wanderers used to be people just like her. But in this strange new world, they had become something else, something cold, something empty. They moved in packs, their only purpose to wander through the deserted cities, never speaking, never thinking. One day, while exploring an old library, Lily stumbled upon one of them. His name was Nox, though he had no memory of it. He stood still by a cracked window, gazing at the distant horizon, his face shadowed with emptiness. At first she was afraid, but something about Nox seemed different. Unlike the others, he wasn't mindlessly walking or groaning. He was staring, as though trying to remember something. Lily, driven by curiosity and a spark of hope, began to visit Nox every day. She would sit near him, talking softly about the world that had been, telling him stories of the sun, of flowers, of music. She spoke of kindness, of warmth, and even of love, things that Nox had long forgotten. Over time, something strange happened. Nox began to change. His movements, once stiff and mechanical, grew a little more fluid. His eyes, once dull and lifeless, began to glimmer with the faintest hint of recognition. And each day, as Lily spoke to him, Nox would listen more intently, as though her words were unlocking something deep within him. One evening, as the sun set and painted the sky with soft hues of pink and gold, Nox turned to her with a gentle, almost uncertain smile. "Lily," he said, his voice quiet, as though he hadn't used it in a long time. I remember something. I remember feeling." Lily's heart raced with excitement. It was the first time he had spoken with real emotion. Nox's smile grew a little brighter. I remember what it was like to love." In that moment, Lily knew something incredible had happened. By sharing her heart with him, by talking about the beauty of the world, she had helped him find his humanity again. Slowly, bit by bit, the zombie that had wandered through the world aimlessly was beginning to return to the person he had once been. As days turned into weeks, Nox became more like the man he used to be. His laugh returned, his gaze softened, and his steps grew lighter. The world around them, though still quiet and still, seemed a little brighter. The relationship between them blossomed like a flower, delicate but real. And though the world was still a place of shadows and echoes, in the quiet moments they shared, Lily and Nox learned that love, no matter how small or forgotten, could always find its way back, even through the darkest of times.